Good evening. Welcome to another Pipe Chat. I'm Spaceman, and I'm enjoying a bowl of Mac Baren vanilla cream in my Missouri Meerschaum Diplomat. And a cup of Joe's Vanilla Nut Cream Coffee. What else would go good with a pipe full of Mac Baren vanilla cream, right? This tobacco has been in this jar since July 13th of last year. It tastes very good. Of course, it was vacuum sealed, and but when I went out to break the seal, it wasn't really. It seemed like it had been compromised somewhat, so that's why I always tighten the lid. But anyway, of course, another grim reminder this past week or weekend of where we are with the aging rock star. This time we lost Tom Petty. Sad situation. I remember Tom Petty when he first had his breakthrough. I believe I was about 13 or 14 years old. I was never really a big Tom Petty fan, but can't take the uniqueness and talent away from the guy. He had something special that was different. And, he was a young guy. He was 67. I mean, in my book, that's young. I mean, that's only 14 years older than what I am right now. So, we just never know, Of course, these guys live a lifestyle that's a little bit harder than what we do. Even if they don't indulge in the drugs, and I don't know anything about Tom Petty, whether he indulged in that or whether he didn't. I try to stay away from that kind of stuff. The drugs and the gossip about people doing them. And which brings me to the next part of my little chat here about we're losing an awful lot of rock stars. And where is music right now, and where is it going? Is it even there anymore? I mean, last time I remember being into any kind of decent music or any new bands arising on the scene would have been in the 90s with some of the alternative and grunge. And I believe the newest band that I like, newest I want to say, is probably Radiohead. There might be, there's Porcupine Tree, but they are not new. That's progressive art rock band. It's sort of on the underground, but very good. If you like anything from Pink Floyd to King Crimson, you may want to check out their album Fear of a Blank Planet. It's one of the best albums out there today in this world of deterioration of music. Because that album, I believe that album was released probably, I want to say in the mid-2000s, 2006 maybe, 7, I'm not really sure, but it's absolutely one of the best albums I have heard in years. So yes, I haven't heard anything that good that's been put out over the last 7 years, maybe a little bit longer. So yeah, when is music ever going to get good again? I couldn't tell you. Don't know. Right now, in any genre. I mean, I revert back to the old guys, whether it be jazz, whether it be not necessarily too old, but usually I don't go past the 80s, but that could be variable. I mean, 90s with jazz, that could be variable. It could be compromisable. It's sad because and you start thinking, who's next? Who's next? Another one of my bands and my favorite bands. Look at Rush, one of my favorite bands. Now, they've lived beyond the point of premature rock star death syndrome, but they're no longer touring because of their health issues. No longer, well, at least everybody minus Geddy Lee, the bass player, which leaves Neil Peart and Alex Lifeson, who have some kind of physical problems, which when they have to go into these 3-hour shows, they're not able to make that 3-hour haul every single night. I mean, they do a workout, let's face it. I've seen Rush about probably 25, 26 times since 1984. They do quite a workout live. They are considering doing some things again. Not any more major tours, but maybe, a 5 or 10 show gig or whatever. Maybe a 5 or 10 city tour in the United States. And who knows, maybe they'll film it and they'll shop the film to the movie theaters, show the film there, and then the DVD will come out. I don't know, it'll be interesting to hear how you stand on this with the music scene. What are your favorite bands? I know a lot of my favorite bands, a lot of these guys have died. I mean, Bowie's gone. Lemmy from Motorhead. Prince. Of course, Alice Cooper's still here. Deep Purple's still here, minus John Lord, the original keyboard player, who died about, it was probably like 9 years ago. I don't even really remember the exact date. So, and the interesting thing about it is, here's the Rolling Stones. Look how old these guys are. I've seen these guys 4 times already. And all 4 shows were absolutely great. I mean, I saw them in '97 twice, once in Philadelphia in the late fall, and then it was probably October, November. And that same tour, I was down in Florida, and I saw them at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. I had 4 rows from the stage. This was the Bridges to Babylon Bridges to Babylon tour. I had my shirt on the other day. I'm getting mixed up here. I have my Bridges to Babylon shirt on one of my videos. You probably saw it. But anyway, then I saw them again in 2002 at the Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Then again in 2005, I think it was, at the Wachovia Center, which was actually inside an inside arena, which was rare because they're hard to catch without seeing them in a big baseball or football stadium. And then I saw them, or was that the last time I saw them? Yeah, that was the last time I saw them. So, last time they were charging like, what was it, $600 a ticket? I'm like, okay, no, guys. I'm not paying $600 a ticket. I'm sorry. I've seen you guys 4 times already. Hey, don't get me wrong, they're great, but I don't feel like paying that kind of money to see them again. So, unfortunately, the price of concerts has gone through the roof, probably due to the losses on CD sales, album sales with all the downloads. Who knows what Amazon, you know, you can get CDs on there really good price, and that's great for us rock fans. Not always so good for the performers. But boy, this is good. This is good. Cup of Joe's vanilla nut cream and some Mac Baren vanilla cream, and it's amazing because this stuff's been in this jar since July 16, 2016, and it's absolutely wonderful. And I believe I did vacuum seal it, but it just didn't feel like it kept the full vacuum seal, and it still stayed wonderful. And it smells really good. Ooh, can't open it again. See that? I already did a full review on this tobacco. If you want to go back and look, I'm not going to fully review it. It was in my early days of tobacco reviewing, so I wasn't as experienced. I'm getting that experience now, so see where that goes, right? Anyway, Halloween's coming, so I'm going to be trying to put together a ghost story for Halloween. And we'll see where we can go with that, and pull out some Halloween blends. Pull out my Dracula pipe. It's interesting, you know, because I saw one of the fellow pipers on YouTube. I think it was the Bearded Piper, and he has an orange and black Peterson Bulldog, and excuse me, I thought, wow, what a great pipe for Halloween that would be. You know, that was awesome looking. So, where are CDs going? Let's get back to that for a minute. I don't know. Or albums, because album vinyl resurgence is back. Excuse me, vinyl records have made a comeback. So you look at the situation and think, okay, they're probably not selling as many CDs as they used to, because now you've got downloads on one end and you've got the vinyl records on the other making a comeback. But that being said, they release an awful lot of anniversary editions now, deluxe editions. You notice that every 2 or 3 months you'll see a deluxe or 40th anniversary, 45th anniversary, 50th anniversary, whatever. So maybe they're keeping it alive that way. I don't have much left to say. I'm going to check out of here and enjoy my vanilla fiesta here. And you all have a good evening. Take care.
Look out.